I'm in a different country right now.
You guys are in Spain.
We are in Spain, turning 37 tomorrow. Think I might get myself a glass of some Spanish wine and a massage.
I think that sounds absolutely amazing. And I'm jealous.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my friends that accidentally called me today from grade school. And so he turns 40 the same year. He's July, you're
Okay.
August, I'm September. So I was like, yeah, we've been thinking about, what are we going to do for our 40th birthday? I'm like, Becca and I are going to save money and do something really extravagant. And then I told him that I think all of our college friends should get together for like a 40th reunion or something. I was like, we are old AF. I don't like it.
I like it.
I know we still have 3 years to go, but still.
Yeah. I mean, by the time I'm 40, I think I'll be like 45. It's almost 50. Like, that's really weird to me.
Okay, let's not age ourselves too quickly here.
He's aging backwards, man. I'm so grateful for it. I got him, got some testosterone in place, got a little low dose GLP-1, and the man is, my husband's looking good. I'm not mad about it. And then I have my daughter so this morning we went to Starbucks, and that's where I dropped my daughter off with my mom on Tuesdays when I come here. And I'm wearing like a one-piece jumpsuit thing. And so she, of course, has to go to the bathroom because she always has to go to the bathroom in public. And we were in there and I had to pee. So I took my one piece off and I'm wearing like stickies.
Yeah.
She goes, Mom, what's that? And I was like, she's like, are those your shields? I was like, sure. I don't even know how to explain this to you right now. Like, it just makes me feel old by like boobs hanging. I should have gotten a boob lift with my tummy tuck. But
yeah,
I don't have much to lift.
Boob shields that's legit. So
that's a good name for it.
That's a good name for it.
Shields.
Let's just also say that those little like stickies, they're really expensive.
They are.
We were at the mall. This is kind of strange, but it's like my best friend, so I don't really care. We go to the mall and we were in Aritzia, and she just like puts us in one dressing room. And I was like, whatever, it's the end of the day. It's like 5:30. We just like get in, get out. I'll turn this way, you turn this way. But I had my boob shields on, and then they were just like falling off and falling out. And I was like, this is stupid.
These are more like, they're bigger. So they cover the nipple area, and then you pull and they attach higher.
Oh, so they kind of give you like a little
versus the cakes are just the nipples.
Yeah.
I can't wear those in a loose shirt. You have to wear like a tight fitting shirt with those because they just fall.
Yeah. These had like, they need to be replaced. I just got some new ones, which were $24.99 on Amazon. I was like, this is stupid.
I need to get some ones too.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where as you get older, she's not had kids, but I'm just like, just let it all hang out. Who knows? I've already had 2 kids and nobody really cares. It's just boobs,
Pretty much.
But, we had so much fun. We went to lunch and like I did not anticipate, but we were there for 7 hours just shopping and going around. And honestly, it's probably the most fun that I had in a long time. Because I was like, I don't even remember last time I just went out with girlfriends.
I don't know at all. Yeah.
Because our husbands are always with us, or like our kids are always with us.
Yes.
Or we're like doing.
I haven't done a girls' day
sport stuff
or girls' night since last summer.
Yeah,
because we did a 40th for my sister 2 summers ago in Madison, which was like such a fun weekend. We shopped, we went out and got martinis and sushi and just like laughed and talked, and it was so much fun. I don't think I'll go back to Madison. It's a cool town. It's just very artsy and not my vibe. But it was so much fun. Yeah. So maybe we should plan. If you wake up feeling puffy in the morning, your ankles or wrists feel swollen, your rings feel really tight, or that awful puffy face feeling, typically it's a sign that you need electrolytes. And a lot of people actually even get bloated from drinking water because that's not proper hydration. Electrolytes are needed to actually pull the water into the cells in the body. And believe it or not, when you get more hydrated, you look thinner, you look leaner, because water isn't extracellular making you all puffy, it's intracellular hydrating you. And that's why we love Buoy. I squirt it in my water all day long because it's simple, it's effective, and it doesn't have all of the junk that a lot of the powders have. So this is my choice.
I want to go over to like the wine country it's like an hour from here. It's in Michigan. It's Indiana, Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a bunch of wineries.
There's some like really cute Airbnbs.
Bachelorette there.
Yeah.
They did so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. And cheap.
Fun.
It's not that
cheap.
expensive. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna plan it.
Yeah.
Fall time would be perfect for it because you get the nice fall weather and you can sit by fires and
Wear some boots, some leggings.
some sweater weather.
Makes me think that I need to do some shopping on Amazon again.
I think I have a problem. Like, I think, and social media, I will say, is not helping because there's people that just say, comment this word and I'll send you this outfit. You are not helping my problem. And second of all, being on social media all the time and having I feel like I can't wear the same stuff all the time because you're always in different, like filming 6 reels, 7 reels a week. Like, I feel like I'm wearing the same stuff every week. And so hence I need more stuff. It's a lot.
What I really need to do is go through my clothes and get rid of. And what I need though is like a friend. I'll give you a glass of wine or a bottle of wine because apparently we have 50 bottles of wine at Cooper's Hawk because I did not know that the account was not put on hold when I had Ethan. And so I knew like my main account, but I had it on another
How
one.
many do you get a month?
You get 2 bottles per month. So that one, like
That
I was
adds
looking, I went in and I'm like, hey, I can't figure this out. I'm not seeing the charge for my main account here, but I didn't think it was on this card and blah, blah, blah. So the lady is like, yeah, you have had this account and you have like 20 bottles of wine. So between myself and my husband, we were like, holy moly. So, and we only actually shared 1 glass or 1 bottle of wine between 3 of us. At the girls' brunch day. So I was like, well, I literally said, take bottles off my account and take them home with you because I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these. Everybody is getting Christmas wine and I need to put it on pause. But
I love wine, but I just cannot. It's like I need to find, I can't. It makes me so.
you gotta give a different drink of choice.
Have to do a different drink of choice. And I can handle, I can do a martini, I can do a margarita, I can do those, even with like a little bit of the sugar in them, and I'm much better. Wine,
So my philosophy, well, this is Art's philosophy, is that if it is a U.S. wine that's coming from California, Joe Rogan was talking about this on the podcast, that everything there, organic or not, is full of glyphosate. So he thinks, because we honestly don't tolerate Cooper's wine very well. Like I used to love it and think it was great. I think it's gone downhill and I don't, like I can't, I'm a glass, I'm good. So I just ordered from Scout and Cellar and I did ask about the sulfites and it is coming from California. I'm curious. And then I got some from like Spain because I think that there is the wine that we've gotten at Benny's. It's like $8. It's low alcohol content. It is not from California. I can drink it and not have any issue with it at all, which is kind of dangerous.
I think it's also because wine is highest in histamine of all of the alcohol.
When you have a lot of histamine issues.
Yeah. So, anyways, I do like
the topic.
I like rosé. I can handle rosé seemingly better than other wines. I don't know why, but
yeah,
whatever. Probably because white, sparkling, or rosé rather than heavy reds is what, and younger vintages, whatever the F that means.
Like it's not aged because the longer that it sits, the longer it ferments. It's going to be more.
I am not a sommelier. I can tell you that. I do not.
You know what I think would be fun to do? So like if we did this girls trip is also a coffee tasting. So I saw a coffee shop around here that teaches you how to taste the coffee notes and like a connoisseur of coffee.
Yeah. Okay.
So that would be fun too. Because it doesn't have to be wine, right? You don't want to feel like death the next day.
No, I know. I mean, listen, wine drunk is fun drunk, but this is not fun next day. So I need to keep that in mind. Anyways, let's go to a Friday fire and talk about health after we talk about wine.
Listen, sometimes you need, like we're going to.
Mental health, man.
We're going to go 2 weeks from now to the Vibrant Health Summit. And they're having like an open bar the whole weekend. And I'm like, these people get down.
Okay. Listen, work hard, play hard, man. I'm about that life. And I don't play hard often, but I like to enjoy some things sometimes.
And also play hard in our years now is so different.
Oh my God.
Previous. There's this reel. Have you seen it? It's this mom. I think she's a mom. I don't know. So she just bashes
millennials.
Yes. And she's like, this is how we used to do it. And I'm like listening. I watched the whole thing where you're drinking while you're pre-gaming,
at 10
right?
p.m.
You're taking shots. You've got a drink in the shower with you.
Yes. The best.
Right? You have heels on to go to the club that you know that you're going to dance to 80s music, but then you take them off because you're
bleeding, exhausted, and your blisters, and your feet hurt so bad. Yeah. And the dresses, the 2B dresses that start here and end at your ass crack. And we called them freakum dresses, but I had so many of those from Charlotte Russe and from Wet Seal. And
I mean, I was like overweight, so I didn't wear a lot of those types
but they hit your stomach because you.
So all I also remembered, and my girlfriend tried these on the other day, and I was like, you can't. We cannot go on this train. Those black clog shoes that we used to wear, they're back in style. No. Stop.
I can't believe the 90s coming back into style. The 90s was not a good fashion era, guys. Like,
no,
not flattering.
You need to have a very specific body type to wear the wide-legged jeans and pull it off to be cute. Like Sister Studio IG on Instagram. I'm sorry for your wallet already, but she's so cute and she finds the cutest stuff and it's all like affordable. Like
she's tall, thin, and she still has some curves.
Yes.
Like it's not many people have that body type.
Yeah.
Someone told me on Instagram today I have no hips. So thank you.
Well, this is just rude.
I don't
really love that this person went as far to give her the medical terminology of looking like a man. And I was like, that is so rude.
I do. I have a very androgenic body type. I always have. I have wide shoulders. I have no waist. I have no hips. Like I just, it's my build. It is what it is. I've never, believe me, guys, I even got a tummy tuck and it like gave me a slightly smaller waist.
Maybe she's like the person who commented on my reel last week about these individuals being very, very overfat and overweight. And I was like looking at her profile and I was like, okay.
I mean, pot calling the kettle black, you know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we have a shopping problem and I'm okay with it right now. So
that was our whole rant. All right.
Okay. So today, Friday Fire, the concept is that there's no neutral zone in health. And this is kind of the same concept as maintenance is also code for stagnation in my mind. And this is actually what we did our talk on at our event, because a lot of people want to believe that you can just work hard for a short period of time, probably a lot shorter than it's going to take in your mind. You think it's going to be 3 months of hard work, 2 months of hard work. After a month, you're sick of it. When in reality, it might be 12, 18 months of some really focused work. And then you're good. And you can maintain and you can maybe bring back in old habits that got you to that place in the first place and nothing's going to go bad. And it's just not the reality because as we age specifically through that perimenopause, menopause timeframe, the body is shifting. And if you're not actively working hard on your health, supporting hormone balancing, potentially taking hormones to support after you've done deeper work, you're working on muscle tissue, you will lose ground fast, like very fast. And so it's just this concept of, unfortunately, your health is either compounding positively or negatively. So it's what direction you choose.
I think a lot of people get in this place because they go 0 to 60. They have such an all or nothing mindset. They have a restriction mentality. If I am going to want to lose weight, then I have to eat grass and apples and nothing else. And my life is over. And what, you know what I mean? It's like they really, and I know that because I lived that for a long time. And what would end up happening is that every Thursday, Friday, I would just give up because I'm like, this is so miserable. This is not a way to live. It definitely was not sustainable. I've shared this before, you know, all of the different fad diets that I tried and the trends and the 17-day diet. It was basically all protein, including though, like it wasn't like carnivore. It was like dairy and yogurt and some other things you could have. And I was like sick in my office throwing up on Thursday. And I started this on Monday. And I'm like, I can't do this. I can't continue on with this. I was detoxing hard, right? I was definitely feeling the lack of carbohydrates and all of those other things. But it was a very dysfunctional way to go about what I thought was health, right? And I was more going after just the fast weight loss because I was so miserable. And so what you really have to do is take a shift and think to yourself, where do I want to be ultimately in 5 years from now? Because there's people who have that short-term goal that they want to accomplish and they don't think far beyond that. And they're the people who end up in, you know, back to where they were at square one plus 10 pounds. Kind of like I did with Weight Watchers. Lost 40 pounds, eating as many low calorie points as I possibly could. I was like, you know, priding myself on banking the points and not using my extra points or anything like that. Or just binging on all the things and wondered why I wasn't able to maintain that weight loss, right? So you get to a place and then you don't maintain the habits and the behaviors that got you there, or they're so extreme and restrictive that, your body says, I can't handle this. I'm going to stall out. I'm going to slow down metabolism. I'm going to crash your thyroid. I'm going to drop hormones because these aren't essential. And then all the other health things start coming up and then you gain that weight right back. Like I gained 50 pounds back after losing that 40. And so really, I think it's important to think here, like Becca said, like it's compounding positively or negatively. And that's everything that you do throughout your day. I would say in not just like food and nutrition, but also with your stress. Right? What types of stressors are you allowing to fill your day that's either helping you become more positive and happy and productive, or more negative, depressed, and wallowing and being this like victim? And I think that's what our world is mostly full of right now, is a bunch of whiny babies that think that everything has happened, to them. And it's just like their life is horrible. And it's like, wait a second, what happened to instilling hard work in our children? Like, we've talked about this before. What happened to telling our children, like, you play your best every game, no matter how you feel, and you're going to lose. And that should be your ammunition and fire under your butt to go and get better and get stronger. Instead, it's like, everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a snack. Like the amount of kids last week at soccer, by the way, complaining because there was no snacks after. And I'm like,
no snack after our game because one of the moms forgot. And all of the kids were like, what?
I know. And I get it, obviously, like you're hungry. But at the same time, I think that many people right now are just in this very soft place. And it all goes hand in hand, because what happens is that your mindset becomes so weak that when you do try to go and do these things for your health that you say, in terms of like maybe it's nutrition or weight loss goal, whatever, or strength training in the gym, it becomes hard and you're like, I'm done. I'm out.
It's not worth it. Right? Or, oh, it's too hard for me. And I think a lot of people also like they identify as these people that I'm an all or nothing, or, I'm a self-sabotager. And it's like, no, you've just fallen into really poor habits. And so you've allowed that to become what you do constantly. And now you identify as it. That does not mean that is who you are, what you have to be. It's ultimately like a behavioral loop that you've created. And so in those, guess what? Awareness, replacement, accountability, right? You need to stop the loop. It's the same thing. Like if your kid has biting their nails as a bad habit, or, they don't brush their teeth like they should, like whatever it is, you would instill the same things. You have to remind them, you have to create the awareness that it's a problem. You have to replace whatever that bad habit is with something else. Okay, I normally, at the end of the day, eat everything in sight. Okay, well, let's not keep bad foods in the house. Then you won't be able to eat all of the crap food in sight. You will eat healthy food, which is a lot harder to overconsume, right? And then you have accountability. And I think environment is also wrapped into this. Like, I'll be honest, if I lived in a house filled with crap, it would be a lot harder to withstand and have the discipline to not consume it. And so honestly, I don't blame people that give into those things. Like, of course, it's hard when you have Doritos and Oreos and alcohol and soda and all of this crap in your house. Oh, my kids like it. I don't care. Your kid shouldn't be eating it either. Keep minimal of it in your house, right? My kid loves Doritos. Okay, we get them like once every other month. And it's a special thing. And they have them for that time. And then they're out of the house. And I give it to them maybe as a lunch once every couple weeks, right? Like, but I don't eat them then because they're not constantly in our house. And so you have to take the responsibility of your choices, your actions, because that's ultimately what they are. They're yours. They're no one else's. Don't blame other people or environments for the problem that you have. Get out of it. Get out of the environment. If it's that important to you, if it's that debilitating to your day-to-day in terms of how your health is right now, what other choice do you have? Normalizing it, which a lot of other people do too. How many people we've talked to that have normalized their symptoms is depressing, honestly. Like, I feel bad for them that you have normalized taking an entire bottle of Tums at a meal because your reflux is so bad. Oh, I just, I can't.
Tylenol every day for headaches, right? Like sleep supports, to sleep every night. And it's just so many things that cascade and they trickle down. And, one thing that you said earlier, I want to call back out, was where like I identify as a self-sabotager or an all or nothing. I guess I would ask you, if you are listening to this, or somebody needs to listen to this, share it with them. But if you're listening to this and you say, on one hand, I have these goals. I want to be a different person. I want to be healthy. I want to be the mom that has energy to play with her kids, to have sex. Like one of our clients is saying, have sex like a teenager again, right? I was even talking to my girlfriends and I'm like, if we don't have sex a few times a week, I feel really disconnected. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And we've been married almost 10 years. If you're not even married, or, just a few years in married, and you're already in this place where it's not a priority, then we also got to look at that too, because anyways, whatever. I don't need to go on a sex tangent here. But what I'm saying is, so on one hand, you have this desire. On the other hand, you're saying, but I identify as this. Why do you identify as that then? Why is that okay with you? Why are you not changing that? Why are you not saying, yes, in my past, this is what I've done, these behaviors? You acknowledge that, like you said, I have the awareness. I am acknowledging that in my past, this was my loop. That doesn't have to be what you do going forward. You have the pen to write your story. Nobody else does. And so you can easily change that. You can say, this situation, I always cave. And so I'm either going to remove myself or I'm going to change what it is that I'm going to cave to, right? Like bring some fucking sparkling water instead of sparkling wine, if that's the case, or whatever, it might be. And you really have to start to step into acting as if you are that person that you desire to be. That way, when you start seeing results and you start getting closer and closer to your goal, it's not that you're just kind of hoping that these results stick around, that they actually stay with you because you've changed who you are. You have a value system and a belief in your life now than you did previously, as that all or nothing or self-sabotage or whatever the label is that you're giving yourself. You have a different belief system and value system, and that's how you keep the results. But as we kind of talked about at the event, maintenance is a myth. And so you're surrendering to the fact that you don't want to go back to that person that you were. And therefore, it's going to be a constant evolution of who you are and what you're doing and how you're showing up in your life. In different seasons of life, your training should change, your diet should change, your priorities will change. A lot of people ask us, like, how do you manage it all? And we're going to do a podcast soon on, like, for example, it's sports season, it's fall, y'all. Like, we got things that we're out of the house 6 nights a week. Okay, how am I then going to prioritize and adjust what I've been doing, because that's not going to serve me in this season, right? And that all goes back to you being your number one priority. But none of this will happen if you don't believe that you should be your number one priority. And if you also don't have that strong desire to take those labels off and to write a different story. Don't blame anybody else. If you keep doing the same things, you keep going back to the same cycle, you have to break the cycle. Nobody else can do that for you.
No. And I just want to end this with, like, don't feel bad for doing that. Don't feel bad for being selfish and putting your health and your mental health and your physical health first for once. Because I think so many women get lost in the new mom, and then they're a mom of toddlers, and then they're a mom of kids that have all the sports all the time, and their spouses need things, and you just get you get shafted, and it's not okay. And I have luckily moved past feeling bad for asking for help. Like, nope, I'm going to the gym that day, take the kids to this birthday party so I can have time. Like, and it's not a game of even score of you did this yesterday, so I get to do this today. But like, I'm very happy to ask for help now. I never used to be that way. I'd be like, no, I can handle it. I can do it all. And I couldn't. And I suffered, and mentally I suffered, and I kept it all inside, and I was struggling and not happy. And honestly, I am more than happy now to be like, hey, no, I need me. I need me time. Kids, I love you. You are a huge part of my life. You are in my life all day, every day. But like, I need some time by myself. And I tell my kids that. I'm not afraid to tell Carson and Taylor that. I'm like, hey, bud, I love you. I love being with you. But like, mom needs time to herself too. Dad and I need time to ourselves. Like, that's important. Okay. And when you grow up, you will understand that. But right now, like, you're going to hang out with dad for a while. I love you. I'll see you in a few hours. I'm going to go do stuff for me. And that's okay. And so I think that it's important for females to really reflect on that for themselves in terms of why you feel guilty or bad, or like you shouldn't take that time as a mom or as a spouse for yourself, because I think it stands in a lot of people's way. I don't want to spend money on myself. I don't want to, be selfish. I don't want to, put all of this time towards me when my kids should be getting it. No, you will show up better for them because you are prioritizing you. And I've realized that that is how I have become. Like, I am such a better mom when I have time for me. When I don't, when I am spread thin, when maybe Nick's traveling and I don't get that downtime, I have a much shorter fuse. I do not handle things as well. I do not handle stress as well. Like, my body doesn't handle it as well. So don't feel bad for wanting to not only feel better, but feel amazing. Like, it is a cool life to live when you are optimized, when your spouse and you are optimized, when your, abilities are optimized. It can exist. That's all I have to say.
And I think that it's going to become a little bit more mainstream. I've heard a lot more conversation when you're saying optimized, we mean like hormonally optimized. People no longer feeling like they have to live with brain fog, fatigue, low libido, all of these things. Because again, as Jay Campbell talked about in the recent episodes on our podcast, if you haven't listened, go back and listen to those. It really is amazing when couples are optimized together. It's very hard when only one is after, optimization. And when we go back to the conversation around testosterone, right? And this whole menopause thing, well, number one, people don't realize that even for women, testosterone is your primary hormone. It's the most dominant hormone in your body. You just often think that it's associated with, bodybuilders and things like that. Sadly, this has become very low for men and women for a variety of reasons. Mine was very, very low, even in my 20s. I remember the girl calling me. She's like, yeah, but testosterone like a woman in menopause. I was like, great. Whether or not it overtly shows in the symptoms, once you get on it and you get optimized, you definitely realize, oh, I had this, but now I feel even better, right? And when a man has low testosterone, they have like 85 different options. It's ridiculous. But when women go in and they have all of these things, it's either, hey, here's an antidepressant and an SSRI. It's all in your head. Just like have a glass of, wine and take a bath or get a massage. Just relax, like do something to get yourself in the mood, whatever you need to do. But like they don't think about giving the woman actual testosterone. I think that is shifting. The tides, I think, are starting to change. Even from a conventional perspective, I've heard more individuals having those conversations, getting on testosterone cream or troches, which is kind of interesting. So, at the end of the day, we have the tools. They are here. Peptides are here. Hormone replacement therapy is here. Bioidentical hormone replacement, not the synthetic BS that you've been fed and given your entire life. Like, even for some of my women that I've talked to in menopause, and they're like, yeah, I'm on HRT, but I'm also on birth control. I'm like, that is hindering your HRT from working as effectively as it possibly could. Let's not mix the bag here. And they're just like, I didn't even realize that I'm taking synthetic stuff, right? So
Norethosterone, guys, is synthetic progestin. A lot of people are on estradiol, norethosterone. You are on birth control. That is a birth control. I've had that conversation 3 different times this week alone. Like, know what you're on, know what you're taking, do the research if they're not going to. But yeah.
So when you get to that place where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, there's so many tools. You have to do the work. You have to remove the labels from yourself. You have to make that change internally, mentally, and emotionally if you want these things to stick. The hormones, the peptides, all that stuff, it's not going to do the work for you, but it's definitely going to help you get to a place that you feel better faster. And so that's what we do in our practice, right? Help women understand, what is their body screaming for help with? Why is it so hard? And can we help give a leg up so that you can do this in an easier way? Links are in the show notes, right? Do a lab work and review with our team. Have the conversation with you about how this is not all in your head. Your doctors have failed you. You have been gaslit. That is the real truth. So many women are walking around feeling so poor in their day-to-day life. It's impacting their marriage. It's impacting their relationship with kids. It's impacting the kids. Moms, look in the mirror. It's impacting your kids because they see you, they feel you, they know what's going on. I saw a quote the other day, and we'll end it with this. Your nervous system, when you directly act against the things that you say that you want, knows. And then you don't get results. And I was like, wow, how powerful is this? But also take that a step further. How does that show up for people in your life and those kiddos watching you. Because if you want them to have a fully optimized life, you want them to be healthy, you have to show them the way. You have to show them that you can do hard things, but also at the same time that there's really cool tools that we have to help us combat all of the nutritional deficiencies. And this includes supplements, right? Like little things as we've talked about, as simple as zinc and magnesium and, B vitamins that really are crucial for things like ADHD and brain fog and, picky eaters and all these things from a kiddo perspective too. But they feel you. So if you don't do it for yourself, at least do it for your kids.